Often it is thought that security hampers speed and efficiency, and many times need to think through processes, technologies, and controls to online some new security measure or a tool. But most security measures and tools these days think of efficiency also, and the tools are made such a manner that it doesn't hamper efficiency and speed. At the same time, you might have a logging system, and that could slow down speed. You might have a measure or a process that will slow down speed. You might run a macro, you might run a event management that can slow down speed. So often you need to time when do you need to run, unless it's continuously run. And you may do that in the night, you may do that in the morning when the operations are not there. And so you do timing of the measure, which is a process. But if it's an online current, you have no choice, you will have to run it. And then naturally you will have to look at how do you improve efficiency in a manner that the speed is increased. And there are tools available to increase speed, to increase memory, to find out how to effectively run latest gadgets and in security. So what is important is you need to develop the security measure or the tool in a development environment, study it, do some impact analysis, and then implement it on the production system. And that's what we do. One of the important measure in this field is to be in touch with things, and which is why I attend so many events and conferences, meet friends, and learn a lot of new technologies, emerging threats, and learn from others' mistakes, and ensure that that doesn't happen in the homegrown scenario. Having said that, you still find threats in the homegrown scenario. You look at your event manager and you look at SOC, you look at other logs, you get daily threats. Important aspect is to be disciplined, learn, at the same time follow up each and every measure that needs to be implemented. Security is all about implementing action plans and following up diligently, end to end. Also, actually, uh, teach or train all the employees of the latest threats, ensure they don't click links, ensure they don't go to some sites which they shouldn't. Having said that, when I conduct tests, a lot of people fail, and so you publish the results and have a word with them. So the process in the long run, you attain some kind of discipline, some kind of awareness, and some kind of setup to embed new technologies, processes, and products. The way you learn is, of course, to be constantly in touch with all the emerging threats, emerging security measures. Just last month, I had an event with an Israeli company, which actually had a tool to gauge effectiveness of even the security tools that are there in terms of whether SIM is running effectively or not. SIM itself is a tool to learn from gadgets and measures of various tools. But there is a tool which can sit on firewall, SIM, your DMZ, and study weaknesses and vulnerabilities in that in a very proactive way, and then implement measures to protect the security of the organization. So these are the ways you be in touch with things and learn and then implement. I think information security has now become a C-suite function and a board level function also. Today, the board members are more intelligent. They ask lots of questions. Sunder, how do you ensure people don't share passwords? Then we'll have to demonstrate what kind of controls we have, what kind of measures we have, what kind of tools we have to learn that passwords are not shared. We also conduct tests. Every employee has to pass 15 questions, and if they don't pass, then they have to sit again. And till everybody passes, nobody gets a salary. I mean, the person who hasn't passed the test doesn't get salary or doesn't get the attendance. So we implement these measures. We also have fake sites, like Amazon site with some discount, and we learned that 44 to 47% failed the test, and in the sense that they were curious enough to log on to the site and see if they get the discount. So we'll have to constantly educate everybody in the organization, because it's a people job. No doubt technologies and processes and certifications are important. Also people are important. And so educating the board to educating the last man is the important aspect. We conduct lots of programs for board level to C-suite level to executive level to the last line. And there are lots of compulsory measures that we need to take and to ensure organization is up and running and efficient. I think the event is very important. That's as I mentioned earlier. These are the areas where you meet up people, learn a lot of new things, look at new technologies, and look at the emerging threats. And then you map to your own organization to see whether the organization is up and running. And then you find that there are there could be lot more areas that you need to work upon. And then if budgets are released, then you actually work on those areas and fix those areas.